My name is Jim Hoggett. We're in my office in Coeur d'Alene Open Bible Church, and we're doing counseling with a couple here that's been referred to my office from Paul the Apostle in the New Testament. This is Priscilla and Aquila. And today we want to talk about how to work with somebody who's in a lot of pain, who's feeling pain. The scripture we're going to refer to is Romans chapter 12, verse 15. It says, I want to rejoice with those that are rejoicing and weep with those that are weeping. Now, most parents do the wrong thing. In fact, I hate to say it, most healthcare professionals and a lot of counselors do the wrong thing. Someone walks into their office and they're in a lot of pain and they want to talk them out of it. How many times have you seen TV shows where, oh, you guys don't know about TV. I'll explain it later. TV, it's a box that we have that we use for telling stories, okay? But this guy walks in and there's this person who's all shot up and all bleeding, and the guy says, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay. It's like the first thing out of his mouth, you're gonna be okay. And if you're the person laying there bleeding, you would say to yourself, well, how do you know I'm gonna be okay? Are you a doctor? Have you checked me out? I think what it is people are uncomfortable with pain. So when they find somebody else in pain, they begin to feel their pain and it makes them feel uncomfortable. So they try to say, oh, no, this isn't, you're okay, there's no problem here. Now, here's the difficulty with it. When you recognize another person's pain, you recognize them. And when you reject another person's pain, you reject them. So we usually do the opposite of what we should be doing. Paul says, just brilliant thing, he says, rejoice with those that are rejoicing. So when you find somebody who's happy, make them happy, join them in that, great. But when you find somebody who's weeping, he didn't say make them rejoice. He said wherever they are, join them. It works like this. Joys that are shared are doubled, and sorrows that are shared are cut in half. Let me say that again. Joys that are shared are doubled, and sorrows that are shared are cut in half. So when I go and I find somebody who's in pain, I realize they have a backpack. Everybody has backpacks. And from time to time, we carry more bricks in our backpack. And so when you go to somebody and you say, oh, that must be very difficult, or I'm sorry that you're going through so much pain. When someone dies, our natural response should be, I'm sorry. And by doing that, you take one brick out of their backpack and put it in your own. That's what helps. You take a child who screams in the middle of the night, Daddy, there's a monster under my bed. And what do we say? Our natural instinct says, oh, that's silly. There's no monster under your bed. Come over here, look. And so we teach the child, your fright isn't real. But it is for him. It's frightening for him. So a better response is, oh, that must be difficult for you to have a monster under your bed. Here's the flashlight. Next time the monster comes, chase it away with the flashlight. Joys that are shared are doubled, and sorrows that are shared are cut in half. Out of 7 years of college and seminary, these are the best words I've heard. They're worth their weight in gold. And they have a period at the end, a big, giant, fat period at the end. You let the person tell you how you feel, and you just listen. And when they're done, you say, gee, that feels real crummy. Period. And you let the period sit there. You don't follow it up with, oh, but there's a brighter day tomorrow. Oh, every cloud has a silver lining. Your problem's not so bad. Here's what they taught us about counseling. Whenever somebody walks into your office, it doesn't matter what it is that they're presenting. For them, it's the worst thing. You may have had a couple in your office who had just lost their child, And the next hour, someone shows up in your office and they're talking about losing their cat. For them, that's the worst thing. So, gee, that feels real crummy. And then you sit and wait. And you watch their eyes. They say to themselves, there's somebody else in the world who knows how I feel. And you'll see it in their spirit opens up. And if you don't do that, you watch their eyes, you will see their spirit shut down. There's somebody else in the world who understands how I feel. Joys that are shared are doubled, and sorrows that are shared are cut in half. We'll pick this up next week.